you do.
Joining us now in Studio B, a man that it's hard to believe. It's been 2 years since we have talked to him.
He's back from his basketball mission.
In these
to
very
Poland.
digs. Yes, a 2-year basketball mission to Poland. Tyler Haws, all-time leading scorer. Ty, welcome back, man.
Tyler?
Thanks, guys. It's good to be here.
How's your Polish, brother?
Not very good. No, Polish is such a hard language, but we picked up a few things. Had a good time. So.
Okay.
Like what? Give us one thing.
Dzień dobry. It's like good morning, good afternoon.
Dzień dobry.
Yeah.
That was really well enunciated.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got a lot of practice with that one.
No, it's not Tagalog, but it's pretty good. Yeah.
How have the last 2 years in Poland and professional basketball over there changed you as a basketball player?
Well, basketball is very different over there. Different style of game. The coaching is very different as well. But I've learned a lot. I feel like I've grown up a lot personally, and my wife and I have loved our time overseas and met lots of very cool people in the church and outside of the church, and our teammates, and everyone has been very cool. It's been just a total roller coaster ride and an experience for sure.
Here's how I know you've kept your maturity. You're still a top betting guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Spencer hasn't really figured it out yet.
Okay. It's very rare that Jerem gets to team up on me like this.
It's super rare. Me, Tyler Haws, Tanner Mangum, Dennis Pitta. It's like, yeah, rare. You know, it's just crazy.
Please.
Our Twitter question, I want to get your response to this, and I don't know if it's going to be the obvious or not. In what sport is it most important to have BYU athletes drafted? We were kind of debating NBA versus NFL.
Man, that's a very good question. I think we probably have more drafted in the NFL, and so NBA's probably a bigger deal coming from BYU. And, Eric has his name in the draft this year, and everybody's hoping that he can get drafted. But I think just because it's a smaller team, maybe basketball is a bigger deal.
What kind of dynamic is Eric living through right now? Because it feels like you were right there, like projected bubble second rounder just outside, and it kind of seems like Eric's in that same situation. So what's he going through right now?
Well, it's a stressful situation. I mean, there's a lot of uncertainty. You don't know what you're dealing with. You don't really know what people are thinking. There's a lot of talk, and everybody has an opinion. You're going to get drafted. You're not going to get drafted. But what was hard for me was the uncertainty, just not knowing what you're going to do, because your whole basketball life, you know what you're doing. It's like, I'm going to this high school. Okay, I'm going to BYU. I know I'm going to play this amount of minutes, and all of a sudden all that's thrown out the window, and people start talking about your age, and you're too old, and you're not. But I really hope it works out for Eric. I was proud that he made his own decision, and didn't base it on anything else that was going on. And I think he had a great season, and I'm hoping for the best for him.
Give us an idea of what it's like so you graduate from BYU. You want to play in the NBA. You want to live that dream. Yet you can still make money and have a good career somewhere else. You've been playing in Poland. So Eric went on his mission to Italy. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if he played in Italy at some point. What's it like playing pro basketball in Europe? Should that be the route he takes?
I think it's a good second option. Obviously, everyone wants to play in the NBA. That's the main goal. And you want to play at the very highest level that you can play. And, Eric and his wife served in Italy, and so I think that would be a great second option. And, if they went to Italy, they might never come back. I'm sure they love those people in that country. And so, but there's great teams over there. There's great basketball, and it's a fun time, especially as newlyweds. Like, I think for me and my wife, Summer, it's been the best thing for our marriage, getting off and being kind of solidifying ourselves independently, and we've had so many cool experiences.
You want to hop on a train and go to some epic European
I know Summer loves to travel, so you guys just all
Does.
over Europe, which is awesome. Yeah.
Tyler Haws with us in Studio B, BYU's all-time leading scorer on the basketball court. If you were to give advice to any basketball player that is looking at a European career after 2 years there, where would you start that conversation?
I'd probably start it with saying that it's different than playing over here. Coaches expect a lot more out of the American players, and if you don't get it done, there's someone else to get it done, and so you have to be ready for your opportunity, and but also figuring out how to play more in the present. That's been a huge lesson for me over there, not thinking about the past or where you've come from, but just focusing on getting your job done, because a lot of days it's just about getting it done.
That's our motto here as well. Just get it done. Gosh. Come on. What's next for you? You going to stay in Poland and play?
We'll see. So I'm trying to figure it out right now. My contract with that team was just 1 year, and so it's kind of a waiting game, and hopefully my agent's doing his job, and I'm putting in a good word with teams, and so we'll see what happens.
I know you and I have talked about, the possibility at some point, and I'm not saying it's going to be next year, but just at some point in the future, because you were born in Belgium, like there's that dual citizenship possibility, and you wouldn't have to count as one of the American players on the team. Were you able to obtain that? So what do you think about that opportunity?
I would love it. So I was born there. My dad played there, and so I've never been back. It would be cool to just see where I was born and where my parents lived. But yeah, it would be very valuable in that, you don't count as an American, and so your value as a European player would go up for sure. And so if that door opens, we would love to go to Belgium.
That'd be awesome. Great waffles, right? You're a guy that always stays busy. What are you up to this summer?
So I'm doing a few camps this summer. The first one's next week for 5th through 8th graders, the 20th through the 22nd, and then the 26th through the 28th will be 9th through 12th graders. And I'm kind of...
Spencer can't come? Is that...
No, if Spencer wants to jump in some
I've been
drills,
banished.
Could be an instructor.
We'll take him. No, but I want to just kind of show my workout routines growing up, some drills and techniques that I've learned, from my dad and from BYU and from playing overseas, and just give kids an opportunity to kind of learn the things that have helped me excel. And then I'm also doing a mental strength seminar that Spencer's being a part of it, and we've put together 5 great speakers that are going to talk about the mental side of the game, and I think that's an area that I definitely could have benefited from when I was growing up. And so we'll be talking about issues like, self-doubt and fear and playing in the present and self-confidence, self-talk. Just those are some of the basic topics we'll be covering.
And more, if people want more info on this, where can they go?
tyhaws3.com has a lot more info, and just on my social media, we've been posting about it.
Very cool.
Ty, great to talk to you, man.
Yeah, it's great to have you in the studio, man.
Thanks. It's good to be back, guys.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
How do you say good morning again in Polish?
Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry.
You have another European phrase, Jerem.
I can't wait to go.
Along with your Bulgarian.
Razgovoria bulgarski.
There you go.
I'm fluent in Bulgarian.